People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. First thing that is popping in the news. Be very careful of the people that you do business with in Jamaica. Be very careful about your friends. Be very careful about just about anything in a Jamaica. Don't get too familiar with people. Don't try to help persons like them say, sorry for maga dog, him turn round and bite you. I have spoken on several instances about retirees coming from UK, Canada, America, wherever, and the very bad experiences that they've had with losing their dream house, a whole bunch of money, and even losing their life. Sorry to say, this is a next one of those videos. The worst case possible. I am speaking about a man, 63-year-old Delroy Walker. He was 63-year-old when he lost his life. That was in April of 2018. This is a story about Delroy Walker. He is a Jamaican, left Jamaica at age 11, went to UK, work very hard, work in some very bad condition, put his money together, structured his life, had a family, had a wife, had kids, brother, sister, you name it. Decent family. Mr. Walker was about to retire, so he decided that he is going to come back to Jamaica, his home, a place that he loves, a place that he has always come back to whenever he gets a chance, whenever he is not working, maybe about 3-4 times a year. He came back to Jamaica about a couple of months before he lost his life on April 18th, 2018. The house was almost complete. It was time for cupboard, tiles, stuff like that. Fix up the interior. However, when he came back and him scout and him survey and him look over the house, he was a bit, very dissatisfied. He had hired 2 men, 25-year-old Barton, surname 25-year-old Mr. Edwards. Those persons would come back and haunt him. It is said that after he told them that, listen, me not really satisfied with my house, how the house is, there was some sorts of verbal altercation. That verbal altercation would get physical, rightfully so. Dissatisfied customer, him decide say, me nah pay uno, where uno say, uno forget because you did not do your job. I am dissatisfied. I will talk about these workmen in Jamaica later on in the news. The verbal led to physical. The 2 man them joke up. It was the neighbors in Tower Isle. The incident occurred in a place called Tower Isle that is in St. Mary. Soon as you leave St. Anne, I come from Ochi, Tower Isle, right there, so bordering, I think. Don't quote me. It was the neighbors who saw the trail of BLOOD and summons the pawpaw. When the pawpaw come, them find the BODY, the whole of the place, the whole of the tile, the whole of the carpet soak. You know exactly what me I talk about. It seems as if Jason and Chucky kind of passed through. It was a BLOODY scene. So anyways, based on what the family member are saying, that is the brother. The brother said him get a call him get a call from a family member, I think the wife or the sister, don't quote me. And when him hear the person's voice, he knew instantly that something was wrong. He would have to make a trip to Jamaica for pretty much make some sorts of arrangements for, instead of his family's retirement, his family, his brother's final send-off. Needless to say, when he went by the house and see the type of condition the place was in, how the carpet soaked, how there was all sorts of red all over the wall, all over the place, he must say to himself, then hold on a minute. My brother is a good man. My brother don't trouble anybody. My brother would give people his last. My brother is a very respectful man. My brother like things to be done like most civilized people in a most civilized places live. I will talk about that later on in the news. Now people, here's the thing. After them hold on upon the two suspect them, maybe about a couple of months later, because the Popo knew what the motive was, the Popo said, based on their investigation, based on information, based on communication that Mr. Walker had with his family, he was very dissatisfied with the work, and him realized that these people were kind of getting boisterous. So them hold on upon the two man them charged the two man them. They were locked up. Here is where bad gets to worse. It is said that after 4 years, this happened in April of 2018. In December of 2022, 4 years and some months afterwards, there was supposed to be the trial of these two suspects. Family member, 10 to be exact, from UK, from United States. Them left them house, them left them other family there, them left them business. And they came to Jamaica because the people them tell them say, yes, the trial is going to be on or about the 20th of December, 2022. Now people, from my knowledge, most of these courts are closed down during December. Them take some sorts of Christmas break or whatever break, term break. So therefore, I don't know how these persons were told to come for some sorts of trial. However, on the day when these persons, the family members, turn up for courts, they were stressed out. Them want justice. Them a wonder, are we even safe? Are these people going to send other people to take we out because we are coming to make sure that they get the justice that they deserve? My brother gets justice. They spent, based on what the wife and family said, in excess of $6 million. No, remember, them live a UK, them live a America. So therefore, the equivalence of 6 million, them buy tickets, they make accommodation, food, stuff like that. When they came to courts without any sorts of notification to tell them that, listen, the trial delay, the trial is not going to be today. When they were outside on that day of the trial, the clerk of the court came out and said to them, you know, say the trial now keep again because the man them now a liar. People, remember, I told you, this occurred in April of 2018. 4 years and couple months later, the man them don't have a lawyer. Obviously, they are using delay tactics. And even worse, maybe that is not the case. Maybe the investigation was not done. Maybe the court file was not prepared. This wife, this brother was told that day that the case or the trial was delayed or postponed until I think March or April of 2023. Can you imagine how irate this wife, this brother, these family members were when they heard that? So what this tells you is that whenever you lose your life, your family lose their life, they are taken away. And then when you try to get justice, when you try to have some sorts of hope and think that bad enough I lost my brother, however, the suspect or suspects are going to get the justice that they truly deserve, the judgment that they truly deserve. And then you hear from the system that is supposed to be sensitive and compassionate. However, they are more negligent and irresponsible and lack the communication skills. People, this is not an isolated incident. This is how most people, whenever them lose a family member, are looking for any type of justice in a Jamaica. That is how negligent and incompetent most of these justice system, courts, court clerk, and sometimes you cannot even blame the clerk. Sometimes it is because the investigators, meaning the popo, the DA, the prosecutor, they are not on one accord. They are not synchronized. So therefore, the head don't know what the foot is doing. So therefore, when them come to court, them sound like some sorts of babbling baboon. Now, people, this is not a case in which them never know how do it. The motive was there. The motive was clear. Them have everything. They knew that this was because of some sorts of disagreement over some sorts of money that was owed for a job that was not well done, a dissatisfied customer. So therefore, this was clear as day. This should have been an open and closed case. However, 4 years and a couple months later, them still not have no lawyer. Don't know if it is delayed tactics. However, like me say, when me know, no sorts of court don't usually keep, especially days before Christmas. Me no know nothing about that. Maybe they make exception. However, I doubt it very much. Now, people, let me talk about the type of work people in a Jamaica. Let me talk about why that saying, sorry for maga dog, them turn round and bite you. Let me talk about why you should use professional people and don't try look out for the little man who want to eat a food. Because sometimes that man that want to eat a food, he might turn around and eat your food, meaning you, literally. You have a whole bunch of people in Jamaica. Them say them a carpenter, them a plumber, them a electrician. They are not properly trained. Them just go on some sorts of site 1 or 2 times. And then them think that they have mastered the arts. So therefore what you get is jack of all trade, mostly some cobbler. However, when them do the work and then you tell them, say, what kind of shoddy job this you do? You say you want X amount of money, but I was expecting very good job. This job is shoddy. This job is no good. So therefore, how you want what we agreed on when your work is not what I expected, anticipated, agreed on? Them no want to hear that. Them are going to say, this you diss them. Them are going to say, you owe them. Them are going to say, you take them for this, you take them for that. And them are going to do this. Them start threatening you. So people, like me say, don't be penny wise and pound foolish. In most cases, I am going to say 90% of the time, whenever you get people and hire people that are not qualified, you are going to end up them doing the work over 3 and 4 times. And even after the 4th time, them still can't get it right because they were not built like that. They are not Bob the Builder. Them are some cobbler. Point blank and period. Now, people, like I said, the case was scheduled for a trial December of 2022. Put off till about April or March 2023. While the family was there at court waiting for justice. They got a call after that day. The trial is now put off till July. So what is their excuse this time? Them still not find a lawyer. You can't find them a lawyer within that 4 years, going on almost 5 years now. People, you know, sister, something wrong with this justice system. You know, sister, these lawyers, prosecutors, investigators, they are just as irresponsible and negligent like some sorts of CRACK head. Professional people don't conduct themselves in these manner. Professional people, especially when they know that you've lost a loved one, they would do everything to make sure say, you get justice as efficiently as possible. So what it tells you is that they are very insensitive, no compassion, lack professionalism. So where is the hope for you? What would motivate or inspire somebody to leave which part them there in a place that is civilized? Now I know that when I speak about civilized, some people get in them feelings. Civilized meaning that justice takes forever to be served. You don't want your family member to lose their life, and then when it comes time for trial, you hear all sorts of Brother Nancy, Brother Tukuman story. That is exactly what I mean. Why people have problem with persons talking the truth. So the only reason one should be offended is if you fling something at the pig pen and something lick you and you start to squeal. You are one of those CRACKHEADS that I've spoken about. People, this is 2023. There is no reason for a trial as it pertains to MURDER to take between 4 and 5 years. Especially when you have the suspect. Especially when you have the motive. So what it tells you is that there's a backlog because somebody or some people or a whole system is an epic failure. So therefore you lose a family member and then you also get KILLED because you can't get no justice. You can't get any sorts of hope. People, take heed to the videos that I put out there. I am here on the ground most times. I have my ears to the street. Me know exactly what I go on. So therefore, whenever me hear or see BS, my antenna goes up. I am giving you clarity. This is what you call system failure. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. I know that this might be your grandma's favorite YouTube channel. However, this is not the run-of-the-mill Mama and Papa channel. This is news with a buzz. If you appreciate videos like this, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Point blank and period.